We've got leads on leads. Now it's time to drum up some action. Email is still the most preferred way to be reached out to in business. I want to kick this off by talking about the fears of cold emailing. First of all, if you're in the United States, it is not illegal. As long as you take the necessary steps to obey the CAN-SPAM laws, you're doing nothing wrong. I want to put in here that this part of the course was written entirely for the United States. So if you're in other countries, you need to take the steps to make sure you're obeying your country's laws. For example, in Canada, you're not going to be able to do a lot of these strategies. Especially if you fall under GDPR, you're going to need to take additional steps to stay compliant when you're cold emailing. Let's talk about the CAN-SPAM laws in the United States. Number one, your email must include your full name, your company name, your website, your job title, and your company address. You absolutely need to have an address in your email signature. Number two, you must honor any opt-out request. If somebody tells you to take them off your list, you have to do so. Number three, you must establish a clear opt-out option in your emails. You got to tell people how they can unsubscribe from your email. This cannot be hidden in gray text at the bottom of your email signature. Make it clear so there's no question that you're providing them that opt-out option. Without any systems in place, you can take what you're about to learn in this lesson and go out there and manually find new clients. Do not let all these systems and processes deter you from your actual output. You need to be going out there and setting meetings to be successful. So depending on where you're at in your business, you may take this information right now and get out there and start sending cold emails to book meetings. First off, you gotta realize that your cold email campaign might not work. If you've taken all the credibility steps that I'm outlining in this program and you're not getting any response, your copy sucks. It took us 2 years to finally strike gold in our email copywriting. It's all about testing. After we found what worked for us, we're getting responses from top marketing directors and CMOs of great companies. But we're also getting quality responses from other people telling us how great our cold email was. Just know you have to test, revise, and test again. It's not a one-hit wonder. While everyone's cold email is going to be a little different, there's a few key steps that we need to follow to make sure we build a successful email outreach campaign. The most important part of sending a cold email is you need to have one singular focus. Do not confuse them with every single way that they can work with your company. Focus on one reason you're reaching out. Tell them what you can do for their business and why you're the person to do it for them. It's so important to realize that people don't care who you are or who you work for. All they want to know is what you can do for them. People act on either a need or a want. So you're going to get a response based entirely on timing, or you have to make them want to talk to you. Every cold email has 3 key parts to it: your intro, your credibility statement, and your ask. The intro is the reason you're reaching out. It's the pain point that you're pressing for that client. An introduction can sound a little bit like, "Hi, first name, I just got done scrolling your website and noticed you have no videos online." Next up is your credibility statement. This is where you hit them with all you got. Your most powerful statement about your company. If you have the ability to name drop here, now is the time to do it. Tell them why you're different and convince them that you're the right company for the job. It could be something like, "My company specializes in creative content for your industry. We've worked alongside similar companies down the block from you, and I think our style aligns perfectly with your brand." Third is your ask, and for some reason, so many people screw this up. If you want to get on the phone and talk with somebody, you gotta ask them for it. Put out there a specific date and time to get on the phone and share your ideas. So put all of that together. It could sound something like this: "Hi, first name, I just got done scrolling your website and noticed you have no videos. I'm reaching out because my company specializes in creative content for your industry, and we've worked alongside these similar companies, and I think our style aligns perfectly with your brand. Do you have 10 minutes free on Thursday for me to give you a quick intro call and share a few creative ideas for your company?" This is just one general example. You need to spend time crafting your cold email out. And just remember that one cold email could change everything for your business. Let's talk about a few general rules. We've already gone over customization through this. We've talked about merge tags. Customizing is key here. People do not respond to emails that they believe were blasted out across the industry. I'm going to share a little secret right here, and you need to take this to heart. People buy from people. If you want to get responses in your email campaign, you need to let your personality shine. When we finally accepted this, it changed everything for our business. Just adding in a few simple lines, a joke, something more lighthearted is going to change the whole game for you. Leave the mentality behind of being a serious businessman or businesswoman and write to evoke a smile. Cut the fluff, make sure you have your 3 key parts of your email, add a joke or 2 on top of it, and stop overselling and confusing your prospect. A lot of the time, you're just writing a bunch of filler nonsense that takes up space. You don't need this. Next is you need to realize that so many people are reading these emails on their phone. So write every one of your cold emails specifically with a mobile-friendly format in mind. Steer far away from jumbled paragraphs. Put spacing between the 3 core parts of your cold email. Enter down after your intro. Enter down after your credibility statement. Let your lines breathe. Be simple. Too often you're going to try to use big words or complex sentences, and you'll just end up confusing your prospect. A tool I've used recently is HemingwayApp.com. This is going to let you simplify all of your writing. What you need to do is before you send an email, go in there, paste your email into this platform, and it's going to tell you what grade level you're writing at. There's copywriting experts out there that want you to get to a 3rd grade level. This doesn't mean you're dumbing down your cold email. It just means you're being clear and concise. Remember, the confused mind never buys. Now let's talk about a few cardinal sins that could ruin an entire cold email campaign. 1, short URLs, bit links, trigger spam boxes. Do not include these in your emails. No link shorteners. Avoid spam phrases, words like free, words like opportunity, $. All of those words or phrases make it more likely that you're going to end up in the spam box. Avoid any profanity in your emails. Even words like damn can get flagged by certain servers. The fancier you get with photos and videos, the lower the deliverability. Stay simple. The rule of thumb is do not include any images in your cold emails. At this time, avoid emojis. Servers are getting more and more intelligent. It's best to just avoid them altogether. If you include a long link in your email, that's going to trigger spam filters. It's best to just keep links out of your email in general. Any link is going to lower your deliverability, but if you have to include one, make sure it is the most simple form of the URL possible. Long and generic emails will get marked as spam. Keep your cold emails under 5 sentences. Let's talk a little bit about email subject lines. Some people like to get creative here, others like to stay simple. If you want to get creative, write something to get noticed. Write something that stands out in the email inbox. If you want to play it safe, you could write something like new ideas for their company, or even your company plus their company. The easiest way to get an open is to write a subject line like a few ideas, ... or even question, or hello, or idea. Whatever you roll with, keep it under 39 characters because this is where it gets cut off when you're looking at it on your mobile phone. Double check your spelling, read everything through a few times, and just make sure that everything you're putting out there looks polished. Now I'm going to release myself from any legality issues right here and tell you that there is some gray area around putting cold email addresses into automated funnels. You're going to learn softwares here where you're able to do this. Whether you're doing this in an automated fashion or you're simply keeping track of when you sent these emails and manually following up, here's how this can flow. Email 1, you're writing to evoke a smile. You're being different. You're asking if they're open to taking a meeting, and you're putting no links or anything like that in the email. It's a very conversational tone. Follow-up number 2, which we send 5 days later, just so we're sure that it falls into the next business week. Here we clarify exactly what we're asking to do. Hey, I'm throwing up another shot here. Any interest in talking through a few of my creative video ideas for your business? Then ask for a specific day and time to meet. At the end of this email, you could write something like, "Thanks again, first name, for giving us a look." Follow-up number 3, this one's up to you. It's time to get a little creative here. Leverage your merge tags in a different way. This could be the email where you try to send a link of your most relevant video or project to them. Follow-up number 4 is a last opportunity email from us. Hey, I wanted to reach out one more time. I'm really excited to work with your business. I think you'd love to see what we've done for these companies. If not, no problem. All the best in the future. I get a lot of questions about calendar links. Whether to put a calendar link in an email or to just ask for a meeting. I personally never put calendar links in my emails. One, I hate it from a sales process. When somebody reaches out to me and then they say, "Hey, go pick a time on my calendar," it just doesn't sit right with me. And number 2, it's gonna affect your deliverability. If you're dropping your calendar link in there, that's a link in your email, and certain servers are going to flag that. Most cold email responses are gonna specify a time that they want you to call them, or they're just gonna be general and say, "Call me next week," or "Sometime on Tuesday works great." And then it's your job or your virtual sales rep, hint, hint, module 3, their job to follow up and book the meeting. In regards of when to send emails, so many people fall into the trap of just thinking Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 is the way to do it, when it's actually not. The best time to send cold emails are 2 hours before the business opens and 2 hours after it closes. Keep in mind though, this could vary by industry. If you're going after restaurants, you're going to want to be sending emails on Saturdays and Sundays. No matter what, if you're targeting the business owner, they're checking their emails 24/7, weekdays, weekends. So test this out for your business and see what works best for you. With that, remember guys, this is a process. You're going to have to test a few things out. Eventually, you will strike gold. Cold emails are our #1 prospecting method. This is how we set most of our meetings. So don't get discouraged. Test, revise, test again. In the next lesson, we're going to start talking about the cold email system and how to do all of this in an automated and bulk fashion. See you in the next lesson.